should do that. Okay. All right.
Let's see. We like our shot. Is this good for me? You happy with this?
You have good lighting, everything.
Well, it's daytime. That does help. You know what I mean? Like, because my walls are dark. So when we do it at night, it looks really dark.
I think you should paint your walls.
I like the dark color. And I really don't want you to fucking make a comment about it. You're out of line. You're out of line. Here's the line. This is you. You're right outside.
I do like the color of your walls. I'm just kidding, but
no, I even to be honest, even if I didn't like it, I don't care enough about things like that to
when you got your apartment, it came with that color wall?
It came with this color, yeah. And I'll leave and it'll have this color as well.
Okay.
Or I'll die here and it'll have this color. One way or the other, it'll be this color when I am no longer a part of this earth or this building.
The color will still be there.
Yes.
Great. Let's talk about Britney Spears.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to another That's What They Said, a podcast where we question the questionable lyrics of your favorite songs. Sarina and Scott Spinelli talking Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. Scott.
Yes, indeed.
I loved this song. I want to dance in a gym. I want to hold the basketball on a bench. I want to sing. I want to flip. I want to look directly into a camera and then look off into the distance.
I just want to correct one thing you just said, which is it's not loved, it's love. This song, we love this song.
We still love. You're right.
Get the tense correct.
Like, hello, yes. Present, still free Britney. Let's go.
I like how you were thinking, like, what did I make a mistake on? No mistakes, but that was on all jokes aside. Yeah, well, this song
still
great.
Love this song.
I love this song, of course. Well, who does it? Yeah, this song's great.
It is a great song. I got all the background for you, baby.
I got some good
Denver Nugs. Oh, yeah. I might up you on this one. We're gonna go through the G League.
We'll have a nug off. Seriously, let's trade nuggets. Once you're done introducing it, we'll trade nuggets. Go for it.
Okay, all right. Baby One More Time, debut single of Britney Spears on her debut album. Same name, same title name. Came out in 1999, one of those. I am so excited because guess who's back? Our boy, Max Martin. Writer and producer extraordinaire who writes inappropriate lyrics for teenagers and profits off of them. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, the song became a worldwide hit, topping charts in at least 22 countries. The song is one of the best-selling singles of all time. Number one, Avi, on the Billboard Hot 100. It was number one in Latvia. It was 11 in Iceland. I'm like, why did y'all miss what you doing in Iceland?
What did they miss? Yeah.
And it was 5 in Puerto Rico, made top 5 in Puerto Rico. I was like, as a Puerto Rican, I felt, y'all, it was good, but.
Yeah, that's a letdown from your peeps there.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe Mark Anthony had something. All right, let's go to some
nug off.
Let's nug off. All right.
But hold on. To be clear, we're doing nugs about everything that is involved with the song, not just the song, the video, everything, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, you go first. You're the host. You go first.
All right. Well, general Denver nug. 2020 Rolling Stone ranked the song at number 1 on a list of 100 greatest debut singles of all time.
Okay, I'm gonna top that one, I think, because this song, Max Martin wrote it. He originally offered it to TLC.
Yeah, and Backstreet Boys. I saw.
Yes. But TLC was the first group he offered it to, and Robin as well, and all of them rejected it. And TLC's T-Boz was like, her whole thing was like, I'm not saying "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." I'm not saying that.
Well, that got a lot of criticism. So,
but I will. I'm not going to steal another nug because I know I'm sure we've got some more nugs here. But I will say it does kind of make sense when you think about. Like for me, I've always sort of said that like the reason why I like this music is it kind of sounds like it could be rap music. Like it isn't, but it's like a cousin of the music that it's like one bass beat and one string taken away and one rapper. Like it's not that far away. So when I hear like, oh, this was suggested as a possible TLC song, like there's a world in which TLC goes, yeah, we'll just call it Baby One More Time and we'll do it. It's like, it kind of could be a TLC song. Yeah. So that kind of made things make a little bit of sense to me when I read that.
Yeah, I agree. The beat pops. I mean, it's great. Da-na-na. I mean, you know exactly. There's no other chord that hits that and you go into any other song. It's just Baby One More Time.
Yep.
My Denver nug in 1997, Spears was in talks with Lou Pearlman to actually join a female pop group called Innocence.
Ooh, who was in that group? Did they say?
Who knows what Innocence actually is still?
Oh, okay.
They took it away from Britney, and they took it away from. I mean, I don't even.
Yeah.
Innocence. Yeah, was an American girl group that were together from 1997 to 2003. No idea. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a different Denver nug.
Okay.
Some Denver. Can I give you a couple? Do you have any Denver nugs about the video?
I have it in music video part, I think, in my notes.
Do you want to? Because I have a few, so I don't.
Oh no, I don't. I don't. Go for it. Go for the music.
So here's some quick hitters on nugs.
Okay.
The music video was shot in the same high school where they shot Grease.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
The initial idea for the video was actually, because everyone, like, one of the things you remember about this is like, oh, she was 16. It's kind of sexualized, which is so funny now. Like, it's really not that sexual when you think about like what is sexualized now.
But
like,
for the time.
Oh, for the time. And I'm not saying it's not like, you know, the Scarlet Letter where, you know, like you can't see any skin. It's sexualized. She is 16. I think the whole she's 16 thing was a little oversold because I looked up her birthday. She was like 17 in like 3 months after the album came out. You know what I mean? So again, 17 is still very young, to be clear. But you know, let's be fair about the age. She was really 17. But either way, still too young.
Yeah. I had more issue with the school uniform being sexualized than like anything else.
So then hold on.
Okay.
So then that's the interesting thing. Yeah. Originally, so I was curious, like, who directed this, right? Because the guy who directed it, probably some much older man, you know what I mean? And just looking at this, you know, younger girl, good-looking woman, this whole thing. Turns out, again, according to the story, and both sides have said this, that the guy who directed the video and the original theme for the video was going to be like cartoon-like to go after younger fans. And she was the one who said, she wanted to do a school idea of her like dreaming of boys, that kind of thing. The original wardrobe was jeans and t-shirts and like lower. She was the one who wanted them to do the schoolgirl uniform outfit and the one who basically tied the shirt up like this to make it cuter, in her words. Because again, like that's what she was into and that's what she was going for. She wanted to reflect what her fans were going through as opposed to like much younger kids. So a lot of it, frankly, it seems like was her doing, which does make it a lot more palatable if you hear that. Now, the reality may very well be that she was pressured into doing a lot of that, right? But, so there's those things. And my final one is apparently the wardrobe was almost exclusively from Kmart.
No way. I love that.
Oh, so those are your nugs. Those are some nugs.
Okay, I got one more nug.
All right, what do you got?
Spears was actually originally looking for like a Sheryl Crow type of music.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was, imagine if that was the direction she ended up going into.
Like Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And then it made more sense to go pop because she could dance. And so they were like, no, we're gonna go in this direction. But I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, this song's got some nugs. I mean, like just historic, like we always talk about like our connection to it. I remember my buddy Joe bought the album and he only bought it, I mean, for, you know, he was attracted to her. He wasn't interested in the music. I honestly, for me, it was both. I never bought the album, but I do remember looking at that cover, like the first time I saw it, and I was like, whoa. And again, looking at it now, again, so when did that come out? You said 98?
Yeah, 98, 99.
So I was 13.
1999, yeah.
I'm 13 years old. Like, when that album came out, I was not, like, it wasn't even that. It was like, the video for Crazy was much more sexualized. There's a lot more cleavage. There's a lot more like tighter stuff. There's like, there's these long like looks at the, you know what I mean? This is still relatively, and also the album cover is very like kid-like. Yeah. Yet all that said, I still remember looking at that being like, this girl is, I mean, I've become an adult now. I'm a 14-year-old adult. Forget about bar mitzvahs. I am an adult.
Yeah. I mean, Britney woke up a lot of people, I would say, when this song came out. You want to talk lyrics?
I don't have anything to say, so podcast over. Yeah, no, let's
great. I mean, there's a lot of repetitive. I mean, there's more babies in this song than like a children's hospital. She says baby 25 times. I counted. You can't have a baby and like you can't be a baby, I should say, and say baby that. This is like but I'm like, Max Martin, here you go again.
And I would say to your point about like that dun 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 dun, that initial thing is very iconic. Same thing too with her baby. Yeah, that became like a thing, you know. So
her voice is unlike any other. She's very unique.
I wouldn't even necessarily call it good. I don't even know if it's good. It's not. I don't think it's bad, but I wouldn't say like, oh, like for instance, like when you would hear Christina Aguilera, just like
I was about to say that. Yeah.
You would hear her let loose on a song. You're like, this woman can flat out sing. I mean, just right. Like Mariah Carey too. It didn't matter what kind of song. She's like obviously can sing. Whereas I don't think Britney Spears is anybody that I would be like, oh, I'm going to go to war with her as, in a singing competition.
But she had a very adult voice for a young person. And I mean, man, I remember we talk about like TRL a lot, like MTV, but I mean, it was like Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. But I always think, Britney, like Jennifer Lopez, like not the best voice, but like entertainer of entertainers. Yes. Same with Britney. Like I would rather go and see a Britney Spears concert just because I'm getting full entertainment value than, you go to see Mariah Carey, you go see Celine Dion, you see Christina Aguilera, because their voice is insane. But I'm not necessarily expecting, lights, show, dance, the whole shebang.
Yeah, if there was if you had to buy like an unplugged album from either Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera, you're buying the Christina Aguilera.
Right.
If you had to go to a concert. I mean, I would bet Christina probably thought it was a good concert
too. True. But that was like the whole beef between them. Like, wow, Britney's better looking. No, Christina has a better voice. Oh, Britney's a better dancer. I'm like, oh, you both were part of the Mickey Mouse Club. Like, just go. It's fine.
They're agreed. They're both great. Like, again, and the other thing too for me was I remember looking at this music video. You want to do the music video just because we're on it, or should we go back to the lyrics?
No, we can go to music video. That's fine.
Yeah. For me, I remember again watching this thinking like, God, she's so hot, and thinking how old she felt. And now I look at it and it's like, man, she looks so young. And I'm not even saying young relative to what she looks like now. I just mean like, if I saw a girl that looked like that walking down the street, I'd be like, that is a teenager, as she rightly is. You know what I mean? But like, I was 13 at the time, so a 17-year-old when I was 13 felt like they were, in their 50s. You know what I mean? So it didn't. It's just so weird the perspective of how quickly that changes. But
yeah, because we grew up. But yeah, "Baby One More Time" was voted by Billboard to be the best music video of the 1990s. Actually,
that's one of those things that I'd have a hard time in real time, sort of. Going against that, but that seems high.
There were a lot of music videos in the 90s, so
and it's a good video, but it's more iconic than it is good to me.
I think I read somewhere and I didn't write it down, but like her outfit, her Kmart outfit, is in like in Vegas. Like it's out like that is saved.
It's for a generation of people. I mean, she was like a big pop icon, is like a Madonna of her era.
And that was the song.
That was the song that launched it. This is if you talk about one outfit, there's two outfits I think that people know of hers. There's that one and the pink, the leather pink from the one Oops, I Did It Again.
Yeah. Is it pink? I thought it was red.
Red. Sorry, red. Yeah.
Yes, the red one.
That full red leather bit, and then the one and those are the two that are like.
Everyone was that for Halloween. Like you couldn't think like, oh, what am I gonna do for Halloween? I'll just take my school uniform and, thanks for sexualizing schoolgirls. We have enough issues there. But hey, if it was,
to be fair, that was done before her. That's the other thing too about this. It's gross. It's like it's got a weird. And again, when I found out that she was the one, or at least apparently was the one who was the inspiration behind it, it took away that fear I had. Like, is this just like a pigtail porn fetish sort of thing?
Yeah,
because it felt a little gross, but then
they could have filmed it a little differently though. There's the song with her like, but this is how I wear my outfits. That's one thing, but with the song combined became this like, Britt, you okay? You see?
Well, I also didn't love the pigtails. That's the other thing too. The pigtails to me are such a childish look that it's weird. It's like, all right, I get it. You're trying to be an adult woman, sexualizing yourself. You're not an adult, but sure, you're going in that direction. But then why do you have pigtail? Like it's both, and that's what that to me is what made it super weird. But,
yeah. From the start, I mean, like
we're talking the video right now?
Yeah, the music video. From the start, like it starts off with her just like tapping a pen and clicking her shoe. And she's bored in school. And it was funny because I was just like, oh, okay, I remember this scene. But then the teacher looks at her like, what do you got? Like, which I don't know, if I was in school and my teacher looks at me like, what are you doing? Like, do you not have any more work to do? Like, finish, like, you're late. I don't know. It was just a funny, and
That
why
teacher
did they
did not need
make
to be
this? No, and the teacher also looked the same age as Britney, but just they
Yeah.
just nerdified her. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the hell's
Yeah,
going on?
yeah. Well, that's a
Uh,
classic move, right? Of doing, you know, taking a woman and putting glasses on her, and all of a sudden she's a disgusting loser nerd, right? Like,
right.
it's ridiculous. But okay, so the two things I want to say about the music video were that there was one backup dancer who was really hamming it up. I mean,
I think I know who you're talking
the guy with like
Yes.
the light skinned dude who
Yeah,
had
but he had like the ball haircut, but it was
yeah,
parted in the middle.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He was to her left.
I've
Yeah,
seen him a ton. I remember him. I'm like, oh, I remember
same,
that dancer. Yeah.
same. And when he popped in, I was like, oh, this dude, I remember this dude.
Yes.
So there was that, and he got a little like his own solo time at
Yeah, he
at the
did.
very end.
Yeah, he did.
The other thing about this music video, which I'm sure you clocked as well, was when a basketball game just starts happening, and a guy, I
Misses
honestly
a
think,
dunk.
I think they messed up. He just missed a dunk. What was that?
Why would you put that in the video?
Seriously, I'm not right. What was that? Why did he? And it wasn't like, oh, maybe he missed it. Like, no. He went for an aggressive dunk, almost like the Vince Carter dunk, where he puts his whole elbow in the rim, and then he missed it.
Right.
First of all, the video should have nothing to do with basketball. I don't know why there was a basketball around. I don't know why they were playing
holding it.
Yeah,
It
that
said
made no
keep
sense.
clear on the benches, and that's where she sat, which I also thought was funny. I'm like, so you don't read, you clearly just dance around the hallway.
She's so heartbroken she can't read. Again, I am fine with there being basketball, I guess. It doesn't have to make sense. What didn't make sense was, why would you leave in a clip where a man who's probably 35 years old dunked and missed it? Like, it like did that NBA Jam thing where it like clangs and goes like a mile in the other direction.
Right.
I had to watch it twice. I was thinking, no.
That's got to be an error.
Why would
it
they
was
leave
symbolic? Like she missed it. Like she missed her. It was like she tried to.
Okay, I'll give you that. The only way I would say that makes sense is if like they didn't have a male lead in the video. There was no guy that got like it was all about a guy who got away,
right?
Or that she let get away. We'll get into that in a second. But like, it was clear that it wasn't him. Like if it was the guy who she couldn't be with, and he's going through such a rough time that he misses the dunk.
That's fair.
That would
make sense. It was just a random dude who just like, let's play some pickup.
Who you do not see ever again. You do not see him. He just missed a dunk. What the hell was that?
I know.
What was that? Why is that in the video? Why? And I read a decent amount about this. I couldn't find anything that commented on it. Why?
If you are the guy who missed the dunk years ago, would you please call Scott Spinelli? Leave a comment. All right. Oh, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right? Baby, I shouldn't have let you go, and now you're out of sight. Yeah, I'm confused off the bat, Scott. Like something was wrong, but then she let him go. Like what, Max Martin? What the hell were you?
Thank you. I'm glad you pointed this out, because this is the biggest confusion point of the whole song. It seems like if you don't listen to that particular lyric, it seems like she is the one that is missing him, right? Her loneliness and all these things. Yet she says right off the bat, by the way, also, I had no idea that word was here. When she goes, well, something wasn't right. I had no idea that's what she was saying. I thought it was that something wasn't right.
And then she just kind of Britney-fied it. Yeah,
a little stank. You know that Mariah Carey thing too, where she'll just like does a
yeah.
And what's her name? Christina Aguilera does that too. Yeah. Like they all have that little twang stank they put on it. But yeah, I just so what do you think happened here? Did she break up with him, or did he break up with her and she didn't know? How was I supposed to know that something wasn't right? Is that what she said? Right.
And so I'm like, okay, so something was wrong in the relationship, but then I shouldn't have let you go. Well, because at first it sounds like he broke up with her. How was I supposed to know something wasn't right? Boom, I'm breaking up with you. Wait, I didn't know something was wrong. But then she goes, I shouldn't have let you go. Well, whose fault is it? What the hell is going on? Okay. Failed telephone, in my opinion.
I agree. I was very confused by it. I also will say too, okay, so I thought with these lyrics, as far as like there's two, I thought there was two ways to look at the other, because there's only like three other lyrics in the whole song. The lyrics, my loneliness is killing me, the reason I breathe is you. Those two lyrics.
Air. because of Air.
Yeah, like I remember thinking, all right, that's a little extreme. However, I'm sure you had this happen to you. I remember I asked the girl out junior year over AIM. Okay.
Ooh,
And I
smooth.
said to her, yeah, it was cool. I was a cool guy. I said to her over AIM, I said something like, do you want to go out sometime? Like I don't even know if I asked her something specific because I didn't have, what did I have to do? I didn't have a car. I didn't have a license. I didn't have anything. I didn't go anywhere.
Pre-Toyota Corolla days. Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is pre-Geo Prism days. And I asked her out and her answer was no. Just no. And I remember that was right around Thanksgiving break, junior year. Spent a lot of time listening to Usher 8701 and playing Tony Hawk's skateboarding. And I'll tell you, I don't remember listening to that album because that album was past that point. All right. But My Loneliness Is Killing Me. I thought it's, again, I don't know how much this is accurate, but like if for the fans of that at the time, that is an accurate lyric.
Yeah. No, I mean,
you don't know any better when you're that age. You don't know any better.
You think my one crush is the person I'm going to marry, have kids, the house, the whole thing. Well, no, but I mean, you have that crush, and then when that crush crushes you, you're like, oh no, that's so painful.
I don't know how to breathe anymore. I really don't know how to breathe.
I mean, that's a little, but that's so Max Martin. I was like, I'm going to be able to figure out a Max Martin song without knowing. The reason I breathe is you. No, it's called air. That's how you breathe. If you have asthma, you get a fucking ventilator or some shit.
A ventilator.
Was it? I don't know. I have asthma. I should know.
Ventilator? Yeah, don't. I was gonna say, yeah, no. And what are those things? My brother had what the hell are they called?
A pump.
Yeah, there's a word for it. We'll come up with it in a second. But anyway,
ventilator.
Ventilator is not the word, but
that's not the right word. As we talk about lyrics.
Yeah.
Show me how you want it to be. Girl, no one is telling you how they want it to be, okay? You go to your room and you play Super Mario. Like, tell me, baby, because I need to know. Like, these lyrics are absolutely out of sorts. Like,
hold on. So first of all, it's an inhaler. That's the word we're looking for.
Thank you. Inhaler.
Second of all, by the way, hold on. We're missing the biggest lyric of all. The hit me.
Oh, I have that. I have that.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
I'm going in order of the damn song, Scott. I'm going.
I don't like to do that. I like to jump around. It makes it harder to edit.
This is why. Let's just skip straight to that. I have nothing to say to you. Other than, sorry, give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time. Yeah, I mean, it was revealed that Max Martin. They're both Swedish, which I find funny because I talk about Sweden a lot when it comes to their #1 hits and songs hit that country. I'm just like, but apparently they thought hit was slang for call. So it was like, hit me, baby, like hit me on the.
It kind of is. It's close. It's not like it's not right, but it's not. But and that's why. So when I first saw this album, I was looking it up this morning on Wikipedia, and I saw ... baby one more time. I was like, enough with this punctuation.
I was waiting for you to call it out.
Yeah, but then I realized why they were doing it. Obviously, because they
cut out
they took out the hit. Yeah,
that's why. That's it. So, but it was a hit.
It was a hit.
Yeah, no, I mean, the only other part that I had was, boy, you got me blinded. Oh, pretty baby, there's nothing I wouldn't do. It's not the way I planned it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you wouldn't do. Murder, sex trafficking. I mean, I can give you a list of things, girlfriend, that you can say no to. These are some options. Great. It's so dramatic. And it's every time with Max Martin, every time.
That's a good point. I forgot about. I read that line. I was like, yeah, that tracks. Like,
there's nothing that I wouldn't do. If you're allergic to gluten, I would suggest don't eat a big old loaf of bread. Like,
well, there was also, and then the other part of that too is where she says, no, actually, no, you're right. It's that part that's important there is that it confirms that she was the one who broke up with him.
You're right. But why start off? I mean, then what happened?
I know.
How was I supposed to know that something wasn't right? Well, if it wasn't right, then shouldn't you feel good about the rest of the fact that you're not with him and that you let him go?
This is what I mean. This is what doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I'll never understand. All we know, final thoughts, free Britney.
I'm
glad she's free now. I guess she's more free. Did you watch the documentary? It was on Hulu.
I did not. No, that's one of those things where I'll just be perfectly honest. I'm ignorant of that whole situation, and it's just nothing that captured my attention. It's just like I was aware it was happening, and I wish her the best, obviously, but I don't know anything about it, and I never felt compelled to find out more. So
I didn't know a lot about it.
Podcast answer, I know, but
highly recommend watching it only because it really talks about a lot of like groups and like Christina Aguilera's, like all those in that time, and just how really effed up like the Max Martin lyrics, like the way that we kind of created these superstars, not we, but like society created it. It can mess with your head. Like it is something that affected her and like affected the girls who listened to those songs specifically.
And in some ways the guys too. It's how you're thought it's okay to perceive certain things.
So highly recommend it. Even
fun way to
Scott.
end the pod. Yeah, it's a fun way to
let's end on a high note. Confused as ever, just like the beginning of this song. For Sarina Morales and Scott Spinelli, that's another episode in the books. Baby One More Time, Britney Spears.